In France, a wave of violent protests continues to sweep the country for the third consecutive night, triggered by the tragic shooting of a 17-year-old boy by the police. This heart-wrenching incident, captured on video, has sent shockwaves across the nation, igniting a firestorm of outrage and mobilizing protesters in cities throughout the country. Bordeaux, Lyon, Roubaix, Marseille, and Lille have all witnessed clashes between demonstrators and law enforcement, prompting the deployment of France's elite police force, the Raid, to help contain the protests. The suburb of Nanterre, where the young teenager named Nahel tragically lost his life, has become the epicenter of the protests. The walls of the neighborhood bear witness to the community's anguish, with graffiti defiantly declaring "Vengeance pour Nahel," revenge for Nahel, expressing their deep grief and anger. In the midst of this turmoil, a bank was set ablaze, and the memorial march held in honor of Nahel turned into a scene of violence, resulting in the questioning of several individuals by the police. Marseille, another city caught in the grip of unrest, saw protesters hurling fireworks at law enforcement officers, while Lille experienced fires burning in its streets and the intervention of riot police. Authorities confirmed the detention of 6 individuals who participated in a banned protest in Lille. The French Interior Minister, Gérald Darmanin, reported over 100 arrests during the protests on Thursday night. Despite the authorities' efforts to maintain order, there are growing concerns that the situation could further escalate, reminiscent of the unrest and rioting witnessed in 2005. The tragic shooting of Nahel, captured on video, has reverberated throughout the nation, igniting a surge of shock, anger, and grief. The incident has once again pushed the issue of police brutality and racial discrimination to the forefront of public discourse, particularly among young men and women of color who feel marginalized and targeted by law enforcement. A 2017 study conducted by the independent human rights watchdog, Rights Defenders, revealed alarming statistics, indicating that young men perceived to be Black or Arab were 20 times more likely to be subjected to police stops compared to their peers. These events have left many feeling exhausted and disillusioned, as they believe their voices have been repeatedly disregarded in their fight against police brutality. Journalist and racial equality activist Rokhaya Diallo eloquently summed it up, stating that people have been talking about police brutality for a long time but have not been heard. The video of Nahel's shooting, widely circulated on social media, further exposes the deep-seated frustration and calls for justice. As investigations into Nahel's killing continue, tensions remain palpable, and the demand for justice intensifies. Protests are no longer confined to seeking justice for Nahel alone, they also symbolize a broader struggle against systemic racism and the urgent need for police accountability. The French government faces an arduous task as it grapples with these complex issues while navigating the intricate dynamics of French secularism, which seeks to ensure equality by erasing visible markers of difference. However, in practice, this often inhibits discussions about race and identity, making it a challenging landscape to address these deeply rooted issues. The story continues to unfold, and the nation watches with bated breath as the wheels of the criminal justice system slowly turn. Amidst this charged atmosphere, the call for calm resonates, urging all parties involved to allow due process to take its course. However, it is undeniable that the demand for meaningful change is growing louder. France finds itself at a critical juncture, where the government must not only address the specific incident but also acknowledge and redress the underlying concerns about systemic racism and police brutality. As the nation grapples with these challenging times, the healing process and the path towards unity and justice remain uncertain.